the little squirrel who learned to climb. Once upon a time, in a big forest filled with tall trees, there lived a young squirrel named Nibbles. Encouraged by his friends and a wise owl, Nibbles decided to learn how to climb. Through his journey, Nibbles finds that trying new things can lead to valuable lessons and new experiences. Nibbles loved running around on the soft grass and playing hide and seek with his friends. But there was one thing Nibbles didn't know how to do: climb trees. "Why do I need to climb?" Nibbles would say. "I'm perfectly happy down here." His friends, like Chipper the Chipmunk and Fluffy the Rabbit, tried to convince him. "The view from the treetops is amazing," said Chipper. "And there are tasty nuts and fruits up there," added Fluffy. But Nibbles just shook his head. Follow for part 2. Climbing looks too hard. I might fall. One day, while Nibbles was nibbling on a stray acorn, a strong wind blew through the forest. It rustled the leaves and shook the trees. Suddenly, the acorn Nibbles was eating rolled away, bouncing toward a tall oak tree. "My acorn!" Nibbles cried, chasing after it. The acorn rolled to the base of the tree and stopped right next to its roots. Nibbles sighed in relief. Just as he was about to grab it, a gust of wind swept the acorn up into the branches. It landed on a high branch, far out of reach. Nibbles stared up at it, his tail twitching nervously. "What do I do now?" he muttered. "Climb up and get it," said a friendly voice. Follow for part 3. It was Hoots the owl, perched nearby. "You'll never know how high you can go unless you try." Nibbles gulped. "But what if I fall?" Hoots smiled. "Then you'll learn to hold on tighter next time. Every climb teaches you something new." Nibbles hesitated but decided to give it a try. He placed his tiny paws on the rough bark and started climbing. At first, it was tricky. His paws slipped, and his tail wobbled, but he kept going. "Use your claws to grip the bark," Hoots encouraged. "And lean into the tree for balance." Step by step, Nibbles climbed higher. He learned how to find sturdy branches and how to rest when he got tired. Finally, he reached the branch where his acorn was resting. "I did it!" Nibbles cheered, clutching his acorn. Follow for part 4. "Great job," Hoots hooted. "Now look around." Nibbles looked out from the treetop and gasped. He could see the entire forest, with its rolling hills and sparkling streams. The view was incredible. "Wow," Nibbles whispered. "I never knew it was so beautiful up here." When he climbed back down, his friends were waiting for him. "You did it, Nibbles!" They cheered. "And I learned so much," Nibbles said proudly. "Climbing wasn't as scary as I thought. And now I know how to do it better next time." From that day on, Nibbles practiced climbing every day. He became one of the best climbers in the forest and discovered all sorts of treasures in the treetops. But more importantly, he learned that trying something new, even if it's hard, can teach you amazing things.